So what's the point of a warm-up? I've got three things that I'm going to cover, and without going into too much detail, you're going to want to stay for the last one, but in general, right? So there's three parts to my warm-up when I'm teaching a warm-up, okay? The first part of the warm-up, right, is to warm up the body for the upcoming class, whatever tricks, moves, whatever that you plan on doing, right? So it should be a really good head-to-toe warm-up that covers all the body and joints, gets the heart rate up really quick, right? Gets the body loose, all of that great stuff, okay? That's the number one part of a warm-up, okay? The second part of a warm-up is a way for me to assess where my students are at, right? So if I have my regulars, yeah, I have a general idea of where they're at. If I'm just subbing a class, maybe I don't even know the people that are in that class, right? I can tell as we're going through the warm-up what their abilities are or are not. So it's a really good, like, a way to gauge the clients, right? And kind of see where they're at. But the third one, okay? So the third part of a warm-up for me is to see how well they actually pay attention. And this is important if you're not a teacher, you're more of a student, right? I know like the warm-up isn't supposed to be overly like mentally intensive, right? Because we're there to kind of move. And I don't do like a hard-ass warm-up per se, but it also gives me an opportunity to see who actually pays attention and is able to listen to my cueing. So when we're doing like, I don't know, a triangle pose, right? And I'm like, step up halfway, keep the front legs straight and engaged and start to fold over. If you can't, don't let the knee bend, okay? If you can't touch the floor, that's okay. Grab blocks, slide your hands up to the ankle. Maybe you're on your shin, but the front leg needs to be straight. And I start seeing all these people with like a bent knee because they're trying to replicate the move that I'm doing. Or when I'm doing side lunges and I'm lunging from side to side, okay, that's easy. And I say, okay, we're going to stop here in this side lunge. Now, if you want to drop even lower, you can, but the foot needs to stay completely grounded, right? And then you get all of these people who see me really low because I have really good plantar flexion and some open hips, without getting overly technical on muscles and everything that's actually happening. But because they cannot do it because they haven't been practicing enough, they feel, or I don't know, maybe they're just not paying attention, right? That if they mimic what they are seeing, that will make them successful when the specific cueing was make sure that the foot stays planted. If you can't do that, you need to stay higher. And that's always the interesting thing. So, what do you think? What is the purpose of a warm-up for you? Maybe it could be 1, 2, or 3 different things. Or if you're a student, how well are you actually paying attention? 9 times out of 10, most people don't mind the warm-up, but every now and then we get like students who are like, why do I have to do a fucking warm-up? I'd rather just get to class. Or I've been here for a bunch of different classes, because there are students who weren't in every other class before you that need a warm-up for their body, and we're doing our due diligence. But let's hear the community weigh in. What is the point of a warm-up?